Norman was mentioning regarding China and regarding the allied nations who could help Iran in such a case. We've seen China never lays the first button to assault. Their tactic is to defend. Similarly, if you look at Russia, they have been helping Iran with their satellite, not only that, but with intelligence to help Iran target various US infrastructure, if not allied infrastructure that includes Baghdad, includes Kuwait, includes Bahrain, includes all of these nations in the Middle East who have been coming under attack. Recently, there has been a missile attack in the US embassy in Baghdad, which said that US citizens should leave Iraq immediately, and stressed a security alert update which was issued because of an overnight missile attack. So the attack has spiraled out even after having two aircraft carriers in that region, one from the Mediterranean Sea, if I'm not wrong, and another from the Strait of Hormuz. And even in the Strait, we see that almost most boats have been attacked. At least 6 vessels were attacked as of last weekend. So that is very important because it is rising up insurance premiums. Sure. What is your take?
Well, one of those aircraft carriers is now off the shore of Israel.
Yeah,
and it's providing cover in case it's needed. Okay. Well, I mean, there's no question that that the United States has bit off more than it can chew. That they're out of their element. They have the firepower, of course. They're the most well-equipped military in the world, but they underestimated the staying power of Iran to strike back at our important infrastructure in the Middle East.
Right.
Now, many's the time when I was working in Egypt and I was working in Gaza, I was evacuated. We had to get out. My family had to leave. Once they leave, they can't come back. So I imagine that most of the U.S. personnel in the Gulf and in Israel and other places that could be under attack have been demobilized, and they're no longer in harm's way. That reduces the capacity of these institutions to make decisions on the ground. And so that's another way we've been weakened in the region by the fact that the war is ongoing, is that the diplomatic capacity is less, the ability to respond is less. And so that's bound to be a factor that we have to take into consideration. But I mean, as I said, as we've noted, that this is an asymmetry kind of a battle. We're supposed to be fighting, Israel is fighting Iran. Okay, well, that's fairly comparable. I don't see why the United States has been engaged in this beyond the point of saying we are in this to destroy their nuclear facilities. We're now talking about the potential of boots on the ground with Japanese amphibious forces, American amphibious forces being relocated from Japan to the near the coast of Israel. I just think it's gotten beyond the point of having any strategic importance to the world, to the United States. The only one that has a dog in this fight is Israel. Let them go it, But I don't think the United States has any business being in this. But if China comes in to support Iran, as they may, then I think we've changed the whole dynamic totally. And we've unnecessarily put American citizens and American assets at risk for no logical purpose. So the quicker this ends on the U.S. side with a declared victory, the better off we're going to be, in my opinion. If it continues, and if other actors come on the side of Iran to support the Revolutionary Guard. I told you that the strategic miscalculation. Trump assumed that people would be in the streets rising up against the Iranians, once that they saw the Americans were attacking.
Right.
Not happening.